my name is Camille. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today, I am going to be printing out 3 new cuts for my audition book for auditions that I'm going to this week as an actor in New York City. Don't judge that I'm putting 3 new songs in my book for auditions. I'm still figuring out what exactly I want to put in here. I'm going to walk y'all through exactly how I edit sheet music and get it worked out for my book. I have my handy dandy iPad. I love her. I do all of my cutting of sheet music on my iPad. The first song that I am going to be doing tomorrow, I have done before, and it used to be my book. I took it out, but turns out we need it tomorrow. So we're putting it back in. I should have this song cut already and in my Goodnotes. So let me check. 32 bar cuts. Boom, I have it. Perfect. Okay, I have it and it's already cut perfectly. Yay, don't have to worry about that. So I am going to share it and export all as a PDF to email to myself. So that way when I print it out on the computer, everything is all in one place in my email. Sent. Okay, that was easy. The other 2 are gonna be a little more difficult. Although I do have a bunch of sheet music on the floor. I feel like I have this song printed somewhere because, like I said, I did take it out of my book, but I'm not sure. And my goodness, this is not organized anymore. Flew everywhere. I just think I'm not gonna worry about it because we're just gonna print it out. We already have it cut. I don't feel like looking through this. I don't know if it's gonna be in here. Not gonna worry about it. Let's move on to song number 2, which is Greenfinch and Linnet Bird from Sweeney Todd. I don't even have the sheet music for this for some reason, so I have to download it first. I found it online, so I'm gonna download it to my iPad and then make the cuts that I need to make. This is going to be a super easy cut to make because I'm just gonna start at the beginning of the song and end, and there's gonna be no Franken cut in there, so it should not be hard. I'm going to export this into Goodnotes. We are starting at the very beginning, so I'm going to add a bracket right there showing that that's where we start. And when I print it out, I'm gonna add a tab that says the word start on there as well. So all I do is I take my black pen and I'm gonna draw my line down. And the great thing about it is when I hold the line, it automatically makes it straight, so I don't have to worry about messing up. And when I use Sharpie on the actual paper, a lot of the time it bleeds through. So that's why I really like doing it on Goodnotes like this. Perfect. Then I am going to go to the next part. How is it you sing? Add a bracket where I'm ending, and I'm ending right here. So now this is where I think about, do I want to add a blank page before the cut starts or not? The reason that I think about this is when I look at my book, when it's printed out, can I avoid there being a page turn for the accompanist? Or if there is going to be a page turn, what is the better place to put the page turn? For example, in this cut of So Much Better from Legally Blonde, I added a blank page, so that way instead of the song starting here, the song starts here on this page, so that way they don't have to make any page turns. They don't have to flip the page at all. For this cut, I don't think I need to add that because it's 3 pages, and as we can see, the first page is a full page, and the second page is going to be a full page, and this is going to be next to this, which is only 2 measures. So it's better for them to not have to do a page turn before only 2 measures. So we are going to keep it as is, so that way it's gonna be this page and then these 2 pages together. On the first song, I did add a blank page before it because we have this page that starts with 1 measure. We do not want them to have to turn the page after playing literally 1 measure. So they have this all together, and then this page on its own, and that is where we're ending. That was super easy. I'm also going to now just select and delete the rest of the pages. Boom. And because both of these cuts has the first page of the song in there, I don't have to worry about anything else. If this cut started on any other page, like the second or third page, then I would have to add the title of the song, what it's from, and the composer, and I would make sure to add what time signature it is in and the tempo if needed. Even though I'm gonna give the tempo in the room, I just wanna make sure that the accompanist has all of the information that is written on the music if they don't have it because it's not on the first page. Now let's go to the third cut, which is If You Hadn't But You Did from Two on the Aisle, and I'm doing this for an audition on Wednesday. So I'm going to take this to Goodnotes, again, import as new document, boom, and I am going to do the end of this cut. So I'm going to have to do what I just talked about. So I'm gonna add the bracket at the end first because that's the easiest thing to do. And I'm also always making sure that the brackets don't cover any of the notes or the music at all. Bam, there's my bracket. This song could almost be 2 pages, but it needs a little more of an intro. I want a little more of an intro. This is exactly what I'm singing, those 2 pages exactly, but I want a 2-measure intro. So unfortunately, I'm gonna start at the bottom of this page, which I hate because I just wish I didn't have to put a page turn on them, but what can you do? I'm going to add a photo. In Goodnotes, you can like add a picture. What I'm gonna add first is a screenshot of just white paper. So screenshot part of the page that's blank, so that way it's the same color. And then I have a white box that I'm gonna make bigger and cover part of the measure. That way I have room to make sure I can write the title and all the info that I need. But I'm going to make sure that I don't get rid of this because they need the key signature 100%. So don't get rid of that. Then I'm going to add some text. Now I'm gonna go back to the beginning. We're gonna see it is in cut time and it says swing eighths at the beginning, but I'm gonna keep going to see if the tempo description gets a change. And it does. Bright 2 is what we have. And that is the tempo description that my part of the song starts off with. So what I'm gonna do, first, I downloaded a transparent cut time symbol. So I'm going to add that at the top. It looks like this. So I'm gonna make it smaller and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna screenshot where it says Bright 2. And then I'm just gonna paste it on the page I'm starting on. We've cropped it and pasting. Now we have the title and we have the time signature and the tempo description and we've got our starting place. Now I'm going to go print these off and get back to you. Okay, I am back and I have the sheet music printed. Yes, I already hole punched it. So now we just need to add it into the book. So songs that I am singing, I add to the front of my book. So that way I do not have to search for them. There is one audition tomorrow where they ask for 2 songs. So I'm going to make sure that those songs are in the order that I want to sing them and in the front. Now they are added to my book right in the front. And the next thing I'm gonna do is take a tab and I'm gonna write the word start and end on it 3 times. So I'll add it to the start and the end of each cut. So that way it is super clear for them. I like to do more than just the brackets personally. And again, with this, there are a million different ways to do your book and organize your book. So don't take the way that I'm doing it as a hard line and rule because a lot of it is personal preference. I have my sheet music hole punched right now, but I just ordered sheet protectors today. I used to do sheet protectors, I switched to none, and now I'm going back because I hate not having sheet protectors. Sorry, not sorry. Some accompanists don't like them because they glare, but I think it's so much easier to turn the page. And my pages literally rip out after 1 time of you flipping it. I'm so sick of it. Don't tell me, you can just get whole reinforcement stickers, whatever those are. There are stickers they make to put on them. I am not doing that with every song in my book. That is a lot of work and they look ugly. I like the sheet protectors better. So anyways, that was a little rant of why I'm going back to sheet protectors. Start and making sure I don't cover any music when I'm doing this either because the accompanist needs to know what to play. That's the most important thing is that you don't cover any of the piano part. All right, and you can see for this first song, we have 1 page by itself. Then we open and it's 2 pages where we end at the top of this one. Perfect, that way they don't have to make a page turn just to play 2 measures. Next song. This one starts with 2 pages at once because we start with just 1 measure on the page. Start. Oh. Okay. Flip and third song. This one is the same thing where we are also starting with the 2 pages together. Adding my start sticker here and sticker there. There is another thing that I just thought of that I'm gonna do. So like I said, these first 2 songs I'm doing in the same audition, and I am actually going to tape these 2 pages together of the end of the first song and the start of the second. So that way they can just make 1 page flip to get to the next song rather than having to do two. See, I hate these. I can't even grab the paper. This is why I want the sheet protectors. I can't. But then it's gonna be really annoying to redo my whole book with the sheet protectors. It's fine. I'm gonna get tape. Here we go. I'm just gonna get 2 pieces, take the pages and put them together. Top and bottom. This is also a hack for if you don't have a double-sided printer. You can tape the pages together, so that way it's front and back. This is great. Now we won't have any issues. Here is the first cut, and then we have the end there. And here's the second cut where I added that blank page to start. So we're starting with 2 pages because we only have this one measure. Then we have a page turn to play a full page. This cut, we have, again, where we added the blank page when I printed. So we start with the 2 pages and end there. That is how I print sheet music and edit it and all of that jazz. Thankfully, none of these cuts were super hard. I did not have to paste any other parts from the song. Thankfully, it's always much harder when I have to do that. And there you have it. That is how I edit my sheet music to make a cut for an audition. Let me know if you have any questions. This definitely was not as in-depth as I could go into this. Again, every cut is different, and thankfully these were not Franken cuts, but I thought I would show you all the process as I prepared for some upcoming auditions this week. That is the basics, and highly recommend Goodnotes for cutting your sheet music. It makes it very easy, in my opinion. That is my favorite way to do it, but you can do it the old-fashioned way, which is printing multiple copies of the sheet music and cutting them up and pasting them together. That is how you do it if you're doing a Franken cut. Is a little bit easier if you're just doing a regular cut like this, because you could just print the music, do those X's. This is an older cut that I did, so I don't normally do the X's anymore. I normally just white it out, which I prefer, but this is a way you can do it, or you can just completely white out the measure like I did here. I didn't do that on this one because whatever, but if you want to get really specific with it, you can white it all out. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next video. I believe in y'all, and you're gonna slay all your auditions. Bye!